This is the same client acquisition framework that generated my client an extra, she was at 30K and then we got her up to 66. So generated her this in literally months. What I want to go over is the phases of this. Phase 1 is foundation and positioning. And phase 2 is content engine. Phase 3 is funnel automation. And phase 4 is paid traffics. Now, sorry for the mic. I'm going over this to make sure it's good. When it comes down to these phases, foundation and positioning, everything starts with how people perceive you. This phase literally makes your brand look premium, trustworthy, and worth paying high ticket prices for. When your authority is clear, every piece of content lands even harder. Now, the thing about this is you can do this on a landing page, or you can do this literally on, actually social media too. There's a way to do this on social media. Clarify you're offering your ideal audience. Now, there's 3 points to this. When you break this down, write a sentence that specifically says this: I help specific person achieve specific result through a specific method. Number 2, choose one niche and ignore all the others for 30 days. Build a list of 10 problems your ideal client struggles with, and these become all content topics. Now, how we do this simply is through that, but then we also take it to the next phase, which is build story-driven credibility pieces. I want you to write a 6-line origin story using this structure. Where you started, what you struggled with, what you changed, now what you've learned, and who you help and why you care. Then I want you to post it as a reel, a carousel, and a story highlight. Add 2 to 3 client transformation stories under a result highlight. Now, all of these is for the simple fact that when people, if you're running ads or if you're running pushing organic content out, these can be ran on your page. So when people hit your page, they see all of this, and it does what? It's going to create a whole flywheel. I'm going to talk about the other stuff that's in the flywheel, but that starts to build the story, the story of your whole brand, and that starts to build credibility with these pieces of content. Now, let's go into the create authority assets, which are long form pieces of content. These long form pieces of content can be called a VSL or VBC, cinematic content, but all of these do the one thing, is building trust and authority. These are assets. These are assets that grow your business because they do what? They're, after you get the attention, you want to send people to a long form piece of content on purpose. We send them to that long form piece of content. Then they do what? They watch thoroughly and they spend more time with you. Now, to do this, create authority, VBC, cinematic, or VSL. Film a 60 to 90-second video business card, hook, who you help, proof, why your method works, and a CTA. Now, film a 3 to 5 cinematic clips for B-roll, working, coaching, traveling, and client sessions. Add these to your homepage. Pin posts so visitors see proof instantly. Now we go into another aspect, which is right after that. Make your presence look professional and high trust. Update bio with I help X do Y through Z. Use one brand color, one font across all content. Clean up your profile. Delete low quality posts. Keep only content that builds trust. Add clear CTAs on your profile, linked highlights, titles, pin posts, and also a call scheduler. Now, that's just phase 1. Now you got to think about the content engine. When you start produce content and pushing it out, your content becomes a magnet that pulls buyers in. Instead of chasing views, what we do is you create videos that show transformation, emotion, and proof, the type that brings in qualified attention consistently. Produce a cinematic short form and long form videos Use your phone, natural lighting, tripod, film 10 reels in 1 day. Follow simple script, hook, value, proof, CTA. Follow a simple script, hook, value, proof, CTA. Record one long form video, 5 to 10 minutes long. Really, I would say 8 to 10 minutes, and explain your method. I don't care if you cook. I don't care if you do luxury real estate. I don't care if you're clinics. The whole point is that you're trying to grab attention, but then turn that into authority, obviously, based off of them spending more time with you over time, and then dialed into your content. Now, when it comes down to it, you want to make sure you highlight your client stories and real transformations. Real transformations. Interview one past client on a Zoom for 10 minutes or ask, what problem did you have? What changed? What results did you get? Cut this into 3 short form reels. Turn their quotes into a carousel story or screenshot. Bye. She said bye. Build a library of trust building content. Create 3 types of videos: proof, results; process, how you do it; personality, why you care. Store all this content into Notion or Google Drive folder labeled hook, story, case study, how to, CTA. Aim for 20 to 30 pieces before scaling ads. Next, we go into use it both for organic growth and paid distribution. Now, this content, that's what the crazy part is. We're in a time now where Andromeda, the big thing with AI on the back end of Meta, you can post content into the ads that you already have blowing up, and that can get you what? More views, more leads, but most of all, more authority, which is gonna get you more leads overall, but more attention. So all of this can be done through a flywheel of content, but this way. Now we go into phase 3, funnel and automation. The funnel stays intentionally simple so it's easy to optimize and scale. Automatically understand that when you're creating content, if you're talking to your right ideal client, you're going to do either 2 things: get leads or nurture and then eventually get leads. But you have to be talking to the right people. So the funnel stays intentionally simple so it's easy to optimize and scale. Automations handle the filtering, allowing you to talk only to real buyers and skip the noise. Now, you can set up automations clearly through 4 different things that we do, but you can also do it through bots. People have bots set up on the back of their page. They have qualifiers, which is you can get a VA to qualify people through the back end of your page. You can do so much to get people to go through your funnel and then get qualified so then they could get products or services. You could use a low ticket or call driven entry point. A lot of people do this low ticket price. They choose one primary CTA, comment the word this, or DM me this, I'm in. They say something, some phrase or something, and then that link is sent to them or sent somewhere and something like that. They add a CTA to every reel, every caption, and every story. You do not want to miss up on this, because I have went viral with multiple posts and I literally forgot to do what? Put a CTA in my post, whether that's stories, whether that's Instagram, whether that's Facebook, whether that's YouTube, TikTok. The whole point is you must use a CTA to call to action and lead the herd somewhere. Russell Brunson says this so much. You do not want your post to blow up and then you don't have a CTA and then you're like, yo, I didn't have nothing to give these people. So add a chat automation to qualify leads. I just talked about that. Set up a DM flow, goal, struggle, timeline, commitment level. Only pass leads to calls if their answers show urgency and fit. It's a big thing. A lot of people will have qualified stuff, but they try to move these people to the call and they're not even qualified thoroughly. That's why you don't need to be answering or getting on the call if you cannot. If this person's not a fit, why are you getting on a call with them? Now, this funnel that we're talking about can be done in Instagram alone, or it can be done outside of Instagram. That's the beauty of Instagram. It's like you can literally qualify a person in the DMs And when you do that, it's a beautiful thing because you can close in the DMs too. I'll close people in the DMs. So send people to the right path automatically based off of what they qualify for. If someone's highly qualified, send them to a booking link. If someone's semi-qualified, send them a value-driven free resource. If unqualified, send nurture sequence, soft follow-up. Now, keep the system lean so you can iterate fast. That's the problem. A lot of people have these complex systems where they don't need to be, they truly don't even need, some people are making that, I know, they're making 20 to 40K based off of just Instagram alone, because the fact that they know how to move attention, qualify, get the lead in, service the people, and rinse and repeat. And they're doing that without landing pages. Now, when you go and get landing pages and start building landing pages, the biggest thing you can do is when you get landing pages is start grabbing data. Data is one of the biggest things everybody's doing right now, is because they understand if I take the person off of the platform, what is that gonna do? Then I'm truly, that is my client, that is my data, that is, I have control over that. When you keep them on Instagram, you technically don't got control over these people. Take them off the platform, get email, phone, name, and you are going to see why that matters down the road. Stick to one funnel for at least 30 days before changing anything. A lot of people are cross-minded when it comes to their marketing tactics because they want to do this funnel, they want to do that funnel, they want to do the YouTube funnel, they want to do, it's just like with interest right now. People want to do drop shipping, people want to do e-commerce, people want to do real estate, people want to do funding, but it's truly what you're interested in. But that also is going to tie into how you lead your people. You're a leader trying to get leads. And at the end of the day, if you lead the people down the wrong path, they will not become a lead. And if you're trying to get more clients, more consistency, more awareness, and drive traffic to you, the biggest thing you can do is make sure that you do what? Drive traffic to your page the right way. Now we're in phase 4, paid traffic and retargeting. If you do not know about retargeting, retargeting is one of the biggest things a lot of business owners miss, because if you retarget your ads in the right environments, whether it's 25-mile radius, whether it's e-commerce, whether it's, I don't care what it is, but when you're retargeting, you can retarget in the 7-mile radius to 25-mile radius, wherever your product is, whether that's on e-commerce or whether that's a service-based business abroad. You can definitely dial in, get more clients, more trust, more awareness, all in all. Now, the first thing to do when it comes down to this paid traffic isn't about going broad. It's about amplifying what already works. You take your strongest videos and show them to your warmest audience until they're ready to take action. This is this is literally a part of the whole flywheel. Over time, when you see this, it will literally pave out for you. The first thing you want to do is run visit my profile ads or instant form ads. Visit my profile ads is going to lead people to your page. So if you have, I'm gonna give you a play real quick. If you got posts already working for you, thousands of views, what you could do is you could literally use those posts as visit my profile ads to do what? Run them in a 25-mile radius in your local city to get leads back in the door, customers back in the door based off of what you said in those videos, because Instagram is already telling you that people is interested in that video based off of what you were saying in the video. It's simple. You can put $20, $30 a day. I don't even care if it's $10 a day, but if you run it to your visit my profile, a profile ad, I guarantee you, you can get followers back. Once you get those followers, you need to do what? Follow up with these people to get them to become clients. Now, if you don't know how to qualify people, rewind this video and go back to the qualifying section, because that literally talks about how you can qualify people based off of what you know. Now, if they're not qualified for what they're running, you need to nurture them until they become qualified. But your content will naturally do that, because if you're posting consistently, it is nurturing them. Retarget viewers with testimonials. This is a big thing too. If you're collecting testimonials over time, what you can do is you can literally make a campaign specifically for retargeting with just testimonial videos. Create 3 testimonial videos using your client clips. Run a retargeting audience profile. 50% of video viewers engaged in accounts. This is key. People that watch 50% of a video, you need to be retargeting them with testimonials, because then they're going to be doing what? It's a flywheel. They're going to be coming back to you based off of that being an authoritative positioning, because you're working literally side by side with somebody and they see you in the video. Especially if these people are talking very highly of you. Use story as to deepen trust. This is key, because stories, not just that they are good because if they show the bigger frame of things when people are watching and they're glued in their phone, just talking about digital real estate, but it goes back to people will flip through a story. They'll flip through 5 stories in seconds, but if it's something that they really want to watch and they really know you and they really see you moving and shaking, this is going to qualify them even more, and they don't even know it. Especially if you're doing the right thing when it comes to that. And then a CTA, DM me if you're ready, if you want this same result. So I'll put my clients' testimonials I'll put them in the highlight, but then I'll also post them in the stories for the same reason, because at the end of the day, if they listen to that whole video on my stories and they see my client, what's going to happen? Yo, I've been looking for this, boom, boom, boom. I'm sending them where they need to be sent, or my VA is sending them where they need to be sent. Watch analytics to refine creative targeting. This is a priority. A lot of people don't understand how to read analytics or watch analytics to the point where they can do work. Understand their content, then post more content. And it doesn't have to be a crazy load of content, but then read more analytics to get more leads dialed in, so you can get more traffic to your page, more awareness, and then more authority. There's a method that Gary Vee talks about that's called, I call it the celebrity method. If you were to run retargeting ads and visit my profile ads in a local 25-mile radius in your city, you could literally become a celebrity for just $20 a day. And you're probably using your same credit card to go get you some lunch or go to some dinner or get you some breakfast in the morning. You could be spending that to get more conversation started, more authority and more awareness to your brand, so that builds your business. All right, we're on the last phase, nurture and close. This phase turns attention into revenue. Warm leads see your value through emails, messages, stories, calls, until buying feels natural. This is how you get people to hit you up without you having to even get on a phone call with them. But it's truly based off of how they perceive you in the marketplace, in your industry. If you're not perceived as an authoritative figure in what you do, then how the heck are you going to expect somebody to do business with you? They will go down the road, spend other money with somebody else, because they look at them as the authority in what they do. And that's based off of how their content is being positioned in the marketplace and with people perceiving them. How you start, you can do this with 4 easy steps. Convert through simple trust-based calls. You can get on a phone call with a potential client, and you need to be recording this call too. That is going to set you out of authority. I don't even care if you have Zoom calls recorded. You need to be posting that as content. Use a 3-step call framework. Diagnose the person, vision, plan, and then offer. Ask for more questions, and then send a recap of notes. But I still would post this as a reel. You can break down that as in a 45-minute video, break it all down. And then from there, use emails, SMS to stay top of mind. If you're not top of mind in the marketplace, then nobody is going to remember you to the point where they want to do business with you, whether that's real estate, luxury real estate, e-commerce. I don't care if they have product services, but the whole point is you got to stay top of mind, because when a client needs that, they need that. So offer group community style options. This is pertaining to, I want you to create a starter tier program for warm leads who aren't ready for high ticket. So if you got a high ticket offer, have a high ticket offer, you can send a person to something that they might not be ready for your high ticket offer, but they're willing to spend money with you to learn more information. So that is the bread and butter of truly understanding and identifying how to lead a person where they need to go based off of what might be in their pockets. Because you still want to help people out. Keep the system lean so you can iterate fast. Remove this. Log every cell with which video made you reach out. After 30 days, promote the top 3 converting videos to ads and retargeting. Instagram is going to tell you which videos that people are staying from. But then also ask your clients once they get on these calls, simply the questions of which videos, which video, I'm doing the same thing that got you in front of me. I'm going to do for you so you can get in front of more people and people can get in front of you. Now, this is my flywheel that I use for clients to get them anywhere from 10 to 50K, 30 to 50K, or 50 to 60K, or 60 to 100K. But it's based off of where they are in their business, because a lot of them, I have people that are working 30 to 40K and they're just in the DMs and they're running the plays. Or I have clients all the way from 50 to 100K a month based off of them just running the plays on Instagram and and then they're taking them to a what? Funnel. That means an opt-in page. I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for literally dialing in, but I'm going to tell you this. If you are not doing this in 2026, and there are simpler methods, I will be honest, there's simpler methods to this. And I mean, way simpler. And if you need help with doing this, what I want you to do is comment below, first of all, ADS ads, or what I want you to do is go to the description, click below the link. It's going to go straight to my calendar, and I'm going to help you out and dial you in to the point where we'll get on the call and then we'll go from there. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.